Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people? It's Shut Door or Doorshutter coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack, and today I've got a little bit more machine stuff behind me here. Well, this is actually kind of a duplicated system, right? So the bottom part's what we did last time. The middle part and then the top part wasn't here. Basically, all I've done, placed a placer module, allows for this to actually be here. Attached these to the actual energy distribution module, and so everything's getting power, everything is running, everything is operating. And then, of course, both of these have a puller module, this one and this one. So they're basically the exact same systems with a slight amount of difference, as you can see. Quite a few of them here, but this is why I did this. So we actually want a latex tank at the end to put into the dissolution chamber, which is something we're going to get into today. So I went ahead, made a system, so now we have access to that, as well as plastic. This is something I always recommend, making two systems, because this one, while this will stop sooner or later, it won't stop for quite a while, so you might as well make two. And having this kind of system, you can see that I did actually do like a buffer up top and not here. It probably is a better idea to do a buffer on this system as well. Just didn't do it. I'll probably come back and I'll do it later and keep this these actual fluid pipes, because if this actually gets backlogged, which this is a 102 buckets with this jumbo tank from Mob Grinding Utils, which is fantastic. We can actually keep quite a bit of buckets compared to this one, because this is actually, which one is this? So this only holds, I think, 16 buckets for the basic. Let me look. Basic tank. This holds 32 buckets. So not as good. We could replace it with a jumbo tank. I kind of forgot the jumbo tank existed, in all honesty, when we were making this system. So we actually could come through and we could replace all of the tanks here with jumbo tanks, and we'd have an extreme amount of storage. But for right now, we're going to leave it as is. We're going to let it run, and we're going to grab a dissolution chamber here, which is this thing right here. This does require some diamond gears. What kind of... ooh, we do have this recipe. Perfect. So we're just going to grab a handful of these. I think we really only need probably one for right now, since we're not going to be getting too much further into Industrial Foregoing until we get pink slime and stuff like that. So let's just get the dissolution chamber. Let's get another ender tank, which these are, of course, really, really useful. Bucket. Let's just grab a handful of buckets there. And then we want to make sure we place this... Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. We just need a blue piece of dye, which that is on the bottom... No, top rung, because we have to look at the brown band at the bottom. This is actually pumping from this tank into it, so that's why this lever's here. So just keep that in mind. We actually could grab some ender pearls, or eyes of ender. In this case, let's just grab 20 eyes of ender. Let's increase this actual capacity real fast. I think it's 256 is what we said was the highest, right? There we go. So now we have 256 buckets able to be put in here, 102 able to be put in there, and then however many those advanced tanks are. So that's fantastic. Okay, so what we should be able to do is fluid input. We should be able to pull. Okay, perfect. That is awesome. So it won't pull too quickly, but that's okay. So what do we need the dissolution chamber for? Well, we actually need this to get to simple machine frames. Simple machine frames allow for us to get several different machine types: laser drills, marine fishers, mob detectors, culinary mycelial generators. There's a whole lot of stuff, and I want to see slaughter factory. This thing right here, this is actually one of the things I think we're going to need, if I'm not mistaken, or is it the mob crusher? I don't think it's this one. I think it's this mob slaughter factory, which does require plastic. So we don't require this just yet, but this actually can provide add-ons as well to most of the machines in here. So add-on are all crafted using the dissolution chamber. But for right now, I guess we only need the mob slaughter factory. How are we going to do the mob slaughter factory? That's a question, though. Alright, so with the mob slaughter factory acquired here, one of the things you're going to notice when you place this down is the range. The range is awful. And so we actually want to get a range add-on. I'm going to say probably a tier 3. So we're going to need some bone meal, some redstone, and some glass panes, it look like. And a lot of the machines are very, very basic with their range. They always have at least 1 or 2 blocks that they cover, and that's usually about it. So do keep that in mind. That's why one of the biggest reasons you'll need a dissolution chamber is to actually increase the range at which a lot of these operate, and of course speed and efficiency and stuff like that. So we're going to grab this tier 3, toss this in here, and you can see how much larger of a range this actually does. I think what we'll do with this, I want to try this. I don't think I've done this in a while, where I've actually used hostile mobs. I don't even know if it works with hostile mobs. I'm not going to lie to you. No idea. It's been that long. I don't remember if it works. So we're going to try it on some hostile mobs, because I always do it on passive mobs. And I want to kind of change it up a little bit here. So let's go over to one of our farms. Void Dimension. And none of these are on, by the way. I completely forgot to turn them on last episode when I said I was going to. But that's alright. So, this is the spider one. So we're going to turn off all our mob mashers. And we're going to place this right here. So right there. And then range upgrade. And we'll put a flux point on this. Actually, let's do an entangled block. And then we'll do a flux point on it, because I actually forgot the pipes as well. So let me grab that stuff real fast. Alright, so real quick, we're going to make a speed upgrade and an efficiency upgrade. And these all look to take some diamond gears. So we're going to need a handful more of these. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Because we're also going to make a processing upgrade, not proficiency, goodness gracious. Which requires crafting table and a furnace. Which I actually don't even have another furnace in here, surprisingly. So, crafting. But you can see they require basically several base ingredients, which is the diamond gears, redstone, and glass panes. So, crafting table, 2 redstone, 2 glass panes, and then 2 diamond gears. And then we're also going to need 2 blaze rods, because I forgot to grab those real fast. 1, 2... And we could actually quickly toss our speed upgrade in there. And some machines don't take this processing upgrade, some do. I don't know if a lot of them actually make it useful to put it in there, but, you know, it's worth a shot sometimes. Not always. I know the mining lasers it does pretty well with, but let's go over to the other dimension here. Which is in here. Void Dimension, perfect. So we should be able to hopefully get this to work. I really don't know if this will even work at all, but we'll see. So we're going to take our entangled binder, which is right here, and we're going to entangle block this, and fluid pipe, fluid pipe. We actually won't be able to complete this until we get buckets of these fluids, but that's fine. So let's do... Hold on, let's pick this up from here. I think we could just do this. Until we get one fluid and then the other fluid, maybe. So we'll keep it like that for right now. And then we're going to need a flux point. So that should be operating. We'll throw all that stuff in there. So let's go activate this spawner. So you can see we're actually obtaining string. That's questionable. These are all off, right? Okay, the demagnetization thing's not working very well. Because I'm too high on it, I think. So, yeah, you can see we're actually getting pink slime here. And also liquid meat. So if I put down... How much do we have in here? About a bucket. I would want to get a bucket of the pink slime, which is going to take a while. So pink slime is kind of the material we're going for. Pink slime is useful for quite a lot of things, and if we actually look here, pink slime is used for the advanced machine frames and all of that stuff. So dissolution chamber, pink slime ingots, advanced machine frames, the infinity drill, infinity hammer, pink slime balls, infinity backpack, infinity saw, trident, and infinity launcher. So there's quite a few decent things here. Oh, that's interesting. Fluid converter upgrade. Anyway, but this is actually used for the washing factory, which is the ore processor and ore processing system within this whole mod inside of Industrial Foregoing, which is pretty cool. So let's quickly take my magnet off. I think it's because entity cramming. I think. Hold on, let's turn this off real fast. I want to see the range at which it operates. I think it's entity cramming. I really do. Or is it just because it's so high up? I think it might be because it's so high up. Okay, let me drop the spawner down here a little bit, and we'll try again here. Okay, that's better. Hopefully. It definitely looks like they're going to get crammed in here, so I might have to alter the spider spawner. Let's check how this is working down here, though. So we shouldn't get mob drops. We're actually getting way too much fluid. So we need to actually push that in there. Just a wee bit. Let's turn this off. So what I need to look at, yeah, we can see that they're starting to pile pretty hard into this. So I need to expand the area at which they drop, just for the spider spawner specifically. As you can see that they're getting stuck here. There we go. So I need to actually increase the working area here with the actual mob mashers themselves, which I don't really want to do too many more mob mashers because I'm trying to limit them. I think we could probably just do it like this. As long as they're partially resting on top of the actual mob mashers, it should take care of them. Since these mobs are technically large or wider, not really larger, they're wider than most mobs because, you know, creepers, endermen, zombies, they're all, you know, 1 block wide usually. So if we, let's just see. We're gonna need to move the mob masher or mob slaughter factory from Industrial Foregoing here in a minute, but we'll do that here in a second once we change this up a little bit. All right, so we got the thing placed down. We've got this a little bit wider. We're gonna reconnect the bound area, get all of the upgrades back in here, and that should be good. I've done the filtering. All you need to do for filtering, just get a bucket of the fluid you want. And it looks like we need to rebind these, actually. So, the fluid you want, and then you can just shift-click into here, or you could just click Add, either or. Empty hand, right-click here, 3,000, 4,000. This is what you're going to get a ton of. This is what you're going to get a very, very little of. This stuff's actually useful in the future. Not right now, I would say, but yeah, pink slime is what we're looking for. Alrighty, so it's kind of the next day here. I did not finish up the episode like I was going to on Friday. Just kind of felt under the weather, so I wasn't really, you know, up for finishing it. But we're going to get the pink slime in an ender tank. So brown band facing into the tank here. Place a lever down, turn this on. This will create a pump. If you want a faster pump, you will need to get some pistons and also some ender pearls just so you can actually get more capacity here. Can I mute the portal? Like, just outright. I'm tired of hearing this when I travel. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we want to grab pistons. Just normal pistons. Eyes of Ender. Probably a little bit more than that. Let's just go for 100. Real fast here. Okay, that should be good for what we need it for. So, this will, of course, just create more space. The pistons will do more pumping power. So let's go do all of this. Oh, shift right click. My apologies. Okay, 256. Perfect. Then pistons, this goes up to 4,000, or yeah, 4,000, 4 buckets per tick, basically. So that should make this pretty instantaneously, which is fantastic. What do we got? Oh, we got a problem. Let's let that just kind of fix itself here. Yeah, so this is, I think this is something we could solve quite quickly here. All we'd really need to do is just make a secondary mob slaughter factory. Yeah, because this is, like, taking quite a minute to actually clear up. Let's check on this real fast. Yeah, so if we wanted to, we could probably go grab a secondary one and just set it up here with a range like 8 upgrade on it. I think we could go do that. I'll do that real quick off camera in a little while. We'll keep it off for now because we have 35 buckets of pink slime, which is what I'm here for. Nothing really else. Let's quickly grab some cobblestone. We'll get the meat jumbo tank set up here, or meat ender tank set up here real fast. So the way I do this, I just place this like that. So using another block, and that'll make it much easier. So we're going to do that. We're going to allow this to pump, and then we're going to get this to 4,000 millibuckets, get some Eyes of Ender. So 256, perfect. And then that way we can use this in the future because we will be using it, just not right now. Let's go get another dissolution chamber so we can kind of keep going here. So dissolution chamber. I need another diamond gear. Let's just grab a handful of those. Pity machine frame. Also, if you guys hear anything in the background, my neighbors are currently getting their roof redone. There's not much I can really do about it. Just kind of hoping that you guys can't hear it, but I can clearly through my headphones. So I would assume you guys probably can hear it a little bit, but that's all right. So let's get in here. Let's get another pipe down. It looks like I have a whole bunch of ores on me. Let's deposit these real quick. Don't know where those came from. So this was that one. And then, of course, we can just do fluid input, pull. So it doesn't really matter. We don't have to do a pump. We probably could pump this in. It'd probably be a bit quicker, but we're not doing too many crazy recipes right now. So, all right. So what do we want to do with this? So this is going to kind of where we want to start getting towards the stasis chamber. So the stasis chamber is used to hold a wither that can then help us get some aether gas. Okay, aether gas is going to be important, or ether gas, not really aether gas, ether gas in this case, which can craft supreme machine frames right here. These can be used for several different things, not too many really great things, but, you know, several things. These black hole tank units are pretty cool. I don't think I've ever really used them, but they are really nifty. I mean, that's 2 billion millibuckets. So that's crazy, right? You also have the Supreme Black Hole units, which can hold 2 billion items. The Nether Star mycelial generators, the Halitosis mycelial generators, which is Dragon's Breath, Metallurgic mycelial generators, Wither Builder, which this basically could solve that whole thing in a matter of minutes. That's one of the cool things with the Supreme machine frames that we could do, is we could definitely make a better and faster version of that. Something to look at in the future here, not right now. So let's get into this here. So I think one of the big things that I want to look at is getting the actual stasis chamber. So we need an advanced machine frame, which requires a simple machine frame, which is this recipe here. So let me get these, and I'll be right back, because I don't want to bore you with crafting. All right, so we got a stasis chamber here. One of the things I want to test real quick is getting a range upgrade here. So, a range add-on, my apologies there. So, I don't know, let's just shoot for this one. Tier 6, so gold nuggets. Glass panes. What else? Redstone. Oop, didn't mean to do that. I think that should be it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'll be right back when that's done. All right, so I don't even know if this will work. No, we can't throw a range add-on up there. Okay. I mean, that's worth a shot. This is the area at which it works. So we can't use this for an Ender Dragon, most likely, which kind of sucks. I was curious if we could try, but now we can't. That's okay. I might try it in the creative world just so there's less risk in the future. But for right now, we can actually use this tier 6 later down the road, so I'm not too worried. Let's also grab some speed upgrades and everything like that real quick as well for this, just in case. And I'll do that. The other thing we're going to need is a laser drill, which is the fluid laser one. This one right here, fluid laser base. So let's grab that. We're going to need a diamond gear. We're going to need a bucket. And this is fluid laser base. Perfect. So that is 2 of the main items we need. The next thing we need is some laser drills. These aren't too expensive. We're just going to have to craft them up real fast. So let's grab 8 diamond gears. What else do we need? So we need gold gears, which require brass brass bearings in this case. I want at least 4 of these. So I need 4 simple machine frames. So let me craft these real quick and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so real quick, we're also going to need a purple laser lens, which I have everything right here. 4 glass panes, latex, and a purple dye. This will get us exactly what we need, which is a purple laser lens. Purple laser lens, goodness gracious. We've got all of the upgrades, all the machine frames that we need to then get the laser drills. These things right here. Looks like we need some more diamond gears because I just used them all. We really only need 4 of these for right now. I just made quite a bit more than I needed because why not? It's never a bad idea. Let's see. So 4. We'll just do 4 more. Here we go. All 8 of those. And we'll just get 2. The next thing we're going to need is some solar panels, which I think should have been crafting. Maybe they haven't because I think they were too much. So let me get those crafted here real fast as well, because I completely thought I crafted them. Apparently I didn't. But we've got all of the add-ons we really need. We got the fluid laser base, laser drill, purple laser lens, all of that good stuff. Let's see. So yeah, we're going to wait on that stuff to craft. And then, of course, we're going to upgrade them to a higher tier with the dragon eggs and everything. Let's see. So this should be going. It's going to take a minute, so I'll be back when it's done. And then we could hopefully get Aether Gas created and kind of get that started this episode. And hopefully, next episode we'll be able to do some Supreme Machine Frames, which is Wither Builders, because I plan on doing the Yellow Heart idea. I want to be able to do at least 9, if not more, Wither Builders, create a whole bunch of Withers, and then start using their miniature yellow hearts, put them into a furnace, craft them down into a green heart, and then, you know, keep going with that methodology, right? So, in theory, if we wanted to actually build blue hearts as well, we could. That would require 9 times 9, right? That whole thing. So you would need 81 in total, 81 Wither Builders, 81 killing stations, all of that stuff to actually then create that many blue hearts per wither operation. Because you're always guaranteed 1 yellow heart. So if you were to get 81 yellow hearts, you could theoretically create a blue heart. Overly complicated, yes. Would I probably do that? Absolutely not in this case, because the Warden's not hard to kill. The Ender Dragon's the only one that I'd really say is difficult. And creating 9 of these, every about, I would say, 5, 10, maybe 20 seconds, we'd get a Wither dead, which would mean every about 20 seconds we would get a green heart. So we will definitely look into that here. But yeah, let me be right back when this is done. We will continue on. Alright, so let's get this going here. So we've chosen a chunk in the mining dimension because we're actually going to power all of this here. So the stasis chamber is going to be the first thing to go down here. So let's kind of just center this a little bit. And we're going to do some pipes, which are going to be the solar panels here. This should be enough power indefinitely. We're going to need to quickly throw some upgrades in here. I need to go get some pipe upgrades. I kind of forgot about those, but we'll grab those in a second. So if we stand here, we should not be able to really move. Oh, it looks like we actually are now. So like, it looks like they've changed this, which is cool. Because originally you can't move when you're the player in here. So yeah, like this. See how I can't move? Like I'm pressing all the keys, nothing. So when I fly, I can move. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it still works like that. But yeah, we'll need to go grab some pipe upgrades real quick. I think I'm going to grab some entangled blocks as well here so we don't do this shenanigans. So let me go do that and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so let's F3G this course. So for this, we're going to probably just set this in this corner for now. Entangled binder. Grab that. Put that here. Just because this will make it easier. We don't have anything kind of in the way for this. Just this specifically. The other stuff we'll figure out. The only thing that needs to be powered between the fluid laser base and the laser drills is the laser drills themselves, because they provide power to the fluid laser base, and so that's what we're going to have to worry about there. So we probably don't need 2 solar panels directly onto this, but for right now we're going to do that, just because, you know, might as well. So we're going to redstone signal this so it doesn't pull us down here. So for this, we need to make sure that we have the ability to spawn the Wither. So if I were to put the other 2 pieces, we'd be able to spawn him. We're going to put the fluid laser base directly on top of his head. Alrighty, so we're going to put the glass that I forgot to grab, tinted glass, weatherproof glass here, surrounding this. Because I'm pretty sure what we should be able to do is basically place the laser drills here. And this actually should connect. You can see those white particles going into this. I believe you can actually put up to 100 laser drills on top of this thing. But for right now, we're only doing 4. The more you put, the more efficient this is. The more power it's provided, all of that stuff. But yeah, so in the fluid laser base, we're going to place that. This does need to be directly above his head, so this will work. But we can actually kind of create that box to make sure if the stasis chamber ever fails, that we can actually keep him contained somewhat. I don't think we'll be able to double layer this too well, but I mean, we could try that if we want to. We are going to claim this chunk, so we shouldn't be able to blow this chunk to pieces anyway. But let's just keep going. Okay. So I'm going to probably need more glass here at the end of this anyway, but we'll just place all we got. All right, so real quick, solar panel. One there, one there. This should power both of these indefinitely. I'm not too concerned about, you know, putting multiple, because these do produce quite a bit. We also need to grab the efficiency thing, so these actually produce 65,000 FE a tick. But for right now, it's fine. We don't really need anything. So we're going to do all of the add-ons we can here. So we can't do a speed add-on, but we can do processing and efficiency. So we'll put all 3 of these in here. Did I miss one? No. Okay. So that should be making this significantly faster. We can do some processing upgrades in there. We're going to want to be able to get under here. I didn't double layer this. I'm not too concerned about double layering this. If he escapes, oh well. But we shouldn't ever have that issue, especially if we chunk load this. So let's go ignored. Okay. And let's quickly grab some dirt blocks here. Fill this back in. So yeah, this should never run out of power. Like, because it has, what, 30, almost, yeah, 65,000-ish, or 30, yeah, 65,000, because 32 and 32, plus whatever else we have up here. So this should be good. The next thing we can do is an ender tank. I kind of want to be able to pump this on into it, but I don't think we'll be able to. So let's just do push. Okay, we're not producing anything right now. So let's Eyes of Ender to 256. Perfect. And then let's get this guy spawned in here. So what we should be able to do is just kind of fly around here. It's been a minute since I've done this, so I'm just hoping it works, really. Okay, so stasis chamber should be activated. This guy should technically never spawn in, by the way. Just so you guys are aware, that's kind of something we're shooting for. You can see we're actually already producing aether gas. So this is working. This is functioning. Make sure you chunk load this, because if you don't, there's a potential that he can escape and all of that stuff. So we're going to force load this, and this should be good. We're also in an area where really nothing should affect this. So yeah, we've got aether gas. This is actually something I never do, which I is go through this significantly quick, but that's okay. So we're cruising, we're going. We've got almost a bucket, almost half a bucket of aether gas. This is slow to produce. Of course, more laser drills means more output, but for right now, we are good. This is decent, and we should be able to, in the next episode, get Supreme machine frames, and that will be absolutely fantastic. We can create some wither builders, and hopefully next episode we can actually kind of start talking about potentially doing the green heart farm, and all of that stuff, because I think that'd be cool. I don't want to do the system we already built. I want to kind of make it easier, because, I mean, yes, we could duplicate it, but then again, it would be significantly kind of just, you know, the same over and over again. Wither builders, we can just place them, get an entity detector, make sure there's no wither in there, so it'll stop the wither builder when there is a wither in there. So we kind of do need to still do the same precautions, but there's also the mob detector from Industrial Foregoing we could use, but I think we'll stick with the entity detector, and that'll make things just significantly easier. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.